Yo, hey folks. Alright, so tonight I want to discuss one of my other favorite early 80s slasher films that came out in 1981. It's not a franchise title or a sequel or anything as well. It's a standalone, and it's got some awesome badass Tom Savini effects in it. You know, some great murder, death, kill. And the movie in question is, boom, The Prowler. Okay, this is the DVD reissue, and this is the original clunky box art I got. But it's I love it. Okay, so anyhow, this is a very big favorite of mine. Alright, so I'm just going to go on with a quick description of the plot. Pretty much it opens up in, the prologue is 1940s World War II era. A soldier gets a Dear John letter from his girlfriend Rosemary back at home saying she cannot no longer go on waiting around for him, so she's going to go and do her own thing, which breaks his heart. So upon the return of the soldiers back to Avalon Bay, where this film is set, to the campus where the graduation day dance is going on at, and all the soldiers are reunited with their girlfriends and having a good night of dancing and partying and everything. This soldier comes back and finds his ex-girlfriend Rosemary with a new beau and pitchforks them to death together. It's a very badass scene too. Anyhow, so cut to 1981. This is going to be the first year there's a graduation dance going on again, because before then there's not been none for years. The lead character is she's a reporter, I believe. Not a reporter, but she works for the campus paper, and she's good friends with one of the cops in town, which, you know, their two dual roles play a big role later in the film with a lot of the stalk and chase, cat and mouse stuff going on. Anyhow, so like all slasher films, when things are called off but are beginning anew again, such as in this case a school dance, that sets off the killer, whoever that it will be, to come back and start murdering people off one by one again. It sets him off. So anyhow, in this film, you know, of course, it's graduation dance, people all, you know, dancing, partying, drinking, and getting murdered off one by one. And the killer has an awesome disguise in this. He's decked out in World War II fatigue, camouflage fatigue, complete with like a face mask, a helmet, the camouflage covering his whole entire body. His weapons of choice are like a pitchfork and a bayonet knife, and he does some damn good damage in this film with that damn knife too. Anyhow, I digress. See, so pretty much it's got the paradigm. It's got the lone location, this campus with the school dance where all the students are at the dance. You got you got the lead heroine who's resourceful and independent, and also very she likes to investigate a lot. I guess it kind of plays into her working for a paper. And you got like the bitch of the school, and the rowdy guys and all that kind of stuff. The typical slasher stuff. But in this one, it's really well done. It's by the director of the Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter, which is one of my all-time favorite Friday the 13th sequels. It's brutal. And this movie is no different. The Prowler is brutal. And anyhow, the film consists of a lot of great gore gags in it. Like I said, from Tom Savini. You get a girl who gets pitchforked to death in a shower scene, which is pretty claustrophobic and horrible. Not the effect, but the idea of how she dies. Her boyfriend that's she's waiting for in the shower gets a bayonet knife stuck through his entire skull and then slowly pulled out, which suctions off, it pulls his eyes back out, like, and it sucks his eyes basically into his skull, and you only see the white of his eyes. It's a really creepy effect. You get the school bitch who's swimming away from the dance. Of course, there's always that character that roams away from where all the safety is and goes into the dark, and this character is the bitch, and she gets in the swimming pool, and when she's trying to get out at one point, she gets a boot to the face and gets a pretty wicked throat slashing. There's other murders, going on in this film as well. You get a head that's blasted off with a rifle, and other things. But it's a really cool flick. Like I say, I think the acting's pretty damn decent, top notch. The atmosphere is fucking dead on. The gore and murder, death, kill in it is 2 thumbs up. I mean, no complaints. If there are other slasher films or slasher film fans out there who like The Prowler, please comment below, because I'd like to hear your opinions about it. It's not one I often hear getting discussed, But I love it. I've loved this film for well over a decade now. It gets repeat viewings. It's worth repeat viewings. And like I say, the deaths in it are fucking top notch. The gore is great. And I like the heroine in it as well. She's resourceful. It has some good damn chase sequences, which is a pivotal thing with a good slasher film. You got to have some good chase scenes, and this does have it. It has a lot of cat and mouse stuff going on too, along with the mystery, so of the identity of the killer. Anyhow, so with further ado, I gotta say that if you ever come across this film on Netflix streaming or YouTube or God knows where, check it out. It's fucking badass. I don't think it will disappoint. Unless if you're real stuck up about dated films, this film I still think holds up pretty damn well. It's not too dated. And like I say, the effects are badass, the pacing's badass, the characters are pretty well written. So I think it's above par than a lot of the other average slasher films out there. And I am referring to some franchises as well. So as a standalone slasher film, this film is it. So definitely check it out. That's The Prowler, 1981. That's my 2 cents. Peace.